Good evening, and welcome to the Jefferson College Law Enforcement graduation exercise. It's gratifying to see the number of family and friends, as well as the instructors here, to help these recruits celebrate this evening and recognize all of their accomplishments. My name is Diane Skanga. I'm the Director of the Academy and Director of Public Safety Programs at Jefferson College, and it is my honor to present to you the graduating recruits of the Jefferson College Law Enforcement Academy 011-day class 2013. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the posting of the colors, tonight presented by the Jefferson College Law Enforcement Academy 013 Night Class Color Guard. Following the posting of the colors, please remain standing for the National Anthem and Pledge of Allegiance. For uniformed personnel this evening, you will take your commands from Lieutenant Pat Hawkins, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
If you'll now join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Tonight's invocation will be delivered by graduating class recruit Kyle Kolinsky.
Please bow your heads. Lord, I ask for courage to face and conquer my own fears, courage to take me where others will not go. I ask for strength of body to protect others, strength of spirit to lead others. I ask for dedication to do my job, to do it well, dedication to my community to keep it safe. Give me, Lord, concern for all those who trust me and compassion for all those who need me. And please, Lord, through it all, be at my side. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Mr. Kalinsky. You may now be seated. As we celebrate the beginning of law enforcement careers represented by this graduating class tonight, it is only right to take a moment to remember those law enforcement brothers and sisters who have paid the ultimate sacrifice. I direct your attention to the memory table in front of the podium. The symbolism represented by the table will be presented by graduating class recruits Harvey Smith and James Seibert. Taps will be played by Jefferson County Sheriff's Office Deputy and prior JCLEA recruit Nicholas Gamm.
Ladies and gentlemen, at events when we gather as friends and colleagues, we honor our departed friends with the continuous display of the memory table. The memory table is filled with symbolism. The lonely table, for one, sits unoccupied in the corner. A small table signifies the frailty of officers, often alone against their aggressors. The tablecloth is white, symbolizing the purity with which our friends served their communities. The blue skirt symbolizes the loyalty each had to the law enforcement profession. Atop the table lies a single plate, setting with a lemon and salt served as the main course. The lemon signifies the bitter fate of the peace officer's last call. The salt represents the tears of the families that grieve their loss. An inverted wine glass illustrates how the missing cannot toast meaningful passages in their lives. The single red rose represents the blood that was shed in sacrifice to the city, the county, or to the state. The single white rose represents the families and friends who have been left behind. A single candle, once lit, will continue to burn, reminiscent of the light and hopes the lives have in our hearts. You are not forgotten so long as there is one left in whom your memory remains. This table is set for one as a symbol of that memory. Recruit James Seibert will light the candle as we take time and remember these members in our prayers and thoughts as we listen to taps and throughout our careers.
Thank you. I'm pleased to have the opportunity to introduce some of our distinguished guests. Like most meaningful accomplishments, there are many who work behind the scenes to make the program successful and make tonight possible for these recruits. Please hold your applause until I have introduced all of the guests on stage. Corporal David Finke, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, and tonight keynote speaker. Dr. Raymond Kamitsky, President of Jefferson College. Dr. Daryl Gaybauer, I almost did it. Dr. Daryl Gaybauer, Vice President of Finance and Administration, Jefferson College. Lieutenant Colonel Meinberg, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, one of our Academy instructors, a member of our advisory board, and also a member of the Board of Trustees for Jefferson College. Dr. Dina McCaffrey, Interim Dean, Career and Tech Education. Dr. Mary Beth Ottinger, Division Chair for Business and Technical Education. Captain Dan Conarini, Assistant Chief, DeSoto Police Department. Police Officer Chris Skanga, Normandy Police Department. Police Officer Mark Kalinsky, St. Louis County Police Department. And Police Officer Fred Stith, St. Louis City Police Department. Thank you for all that you do. Jefferson College President Ray Kaminsky has the dubious honor of being the boss of me. Sorry. President Kaminsky has been a strong supporter of the Academy and all of the programs at Jefferson College. I would like to invite President Kaminsky to say a few words, please. President.
Thank you, Diane. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty, staff, and of course our students, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the Law Enforcement Academy graduation ceremony. I also want to acknowledge the family members of the graduates and thank you for your support, your sacrifice, and the crucial roles that you play in these students' lives and the role you will play during their careers in law enforcement. To the graduates, I offer my congratulations. This is quite an accomplishment. Successfully finishing this program is not easy. You have accomplished something remarkable, something you and your family should be proud of. Recently, Governor Jay Nixon told an Academy graduating class that, quote, bravery and vigilance are constant traits of those who wear the badge, whether it is on stopping criminal acts of violence, or walking the halls of our most secure prisons, or rescuing those caught in a blizzard, swept away by raging floodwaters, or trapped by the dangerous wreckage of a home devastated by a tornado. It is a courage that is constant and commonplace. Many will take it for granted, and that is something we will not do, end quote. Law enforcement is about people, and you've spent the last year's cadets learning about people, what makes them act the way they do, how to handle the situation or that situation. You've practiced on what you've learned. But when you get on the job, you're not going to have that luxury. You only have the chance with each situation you handle once. That's when all your studying, practicing, and testing pays off. You will meet many people in your career, and while safety should always be a priority one, not everyone is out to hurt you. There are many people who like and respect law enforcement. Remember to treat people as you would want to treat your wife, mother, son, or daughter. And remember that it's easy to become frustrated when people do not treat you with respect and instead ask you the age-old question, don't you have anything better to do? Don't fall in that trap. There are a lot of good people out there. You should not, however, necessarily believe in the old adage that the customer is always right. Sometimes the customer is wrong. However, they are allowed to be wrong with dignity. So take the time to smile and enjoy the job. Remember that time is like a fine wine. Enjoy every drop because it is finite and once consumed, never can be returned to the bottle. In law enforcement, like many careers, you must take the job seriously. However, I encourage you not to take yourself too seriously. Laughter is an extremely important tool in life, and don't lose sight of that. So with that in mind, let me share a couple of funny police quotes written from the police officer's point of view that I found while roaming on the internet. Quote, you know, stoplights don't come any redder than the one you just went through. If you run, you'll only go to jail tired. You don't know how fast you were going? I guess that means I can write anything I want on the ticket, huh? No, sir, we don't have quotas anymore. We used to, but now we're allowed to write as many tickets as we can. And finally, the answer to this question will determine whether you're drunk or not. Was Mickey Mouse a cat or a dog? In all seriousness, graduates, thank you for answering the call of law enforcement, and the families, thank you for supporting these cadets. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And just so that you all know, a little tradition that this class started, and they were the first class to do it, and in order to recognize any recruit that during the academy that had a birthday, during inspection they had to stand through inspection wearing the birthday cap. Since Dr. Kaminsky has chosen to spend his birthday with us, you certainly don't have to wear the hat, but you will need to hold the hat as we sing happy birthday to you tonight.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dr. Kaminsky. Happy birthday.
Next graduation, you'll have a new director, so it's okay. If I could also, I'd like to get instructors, any instructors that are here tonight, if you would please stand as well. We have some fantastic instructors. The Academy relies on the energy, the vision, the dedication of these instructors. Lieutenant Colonel Meinberg, Mary Beth, okay. The instructors bring the application of the skills and the reality to the hours and hours of classroom lecture. They bring the personality to the policy. They become mentors, coaches, and counsel for many of the recruits throughout the Academy experience. Please join me once more with a round of applause for these fantastic professionals who have made it here tonight. There's two ladies I normally forget, Jennifer Rue and Mary Linderer. All the recruits can tell you that they're really kind of the boss. They run the place. So my undying dedication and commitment and thanks to you both for everything that you do. Okay, last August, just 252 days ago, but who's counting, right? These recruits came together as individuals, bound by a common purpose and desire to serve others. Throughout the year, they have taken on a number of roles: a class recruit, a squad member, a friend, an advocate, a role player, a partner. During the year, all of the recruits got a chance to wear the corporal stripes, to find out that although rank may sometimes have its privileges, rank also comes with responsibilities. A chance to find out that being the boss is not always fun, but we need leaders, and so everyone got a taste of being a squad corporal. In September, just 3 weeks into the program, one recruit was elected by the class to serve as class sergeant. The class sergeant takes on the role of the liaison between the class and the academy office. The sergeant is my first contact. The job is time-consuming and work-intensive. In addition to being a student and a recruit, the class sergeant is also the messenger, and we all know what happens to the messengers. The leader, the counselor, the mentor, the classmate, the coach, the enforcer. Some days are more work-intensive than others, but the final perk includes representing the class tonight at graduation. It's my privilege to introduce to you the 011-day class sergeant, Thomas Smogorjeski.
So as Captain said, I was elected sergeant in September, shortly after we started class. And what I didn't know is I was going to get to give a speech. So she told me that I get to give a speech, and I was immediately filled with terror. So I figured my best bet would be to prepare, which I did. I rehearsed almost every day since then, and I stand in front of you today not knowing a single word that I was planning on saying. Luckily, I wrote out an outline. I want to start by saying I'm going to refer to these 21 individuals as guys. Proffer is on stage, and she's obviously not a guy, but she is one of the guys. So if I say guys, by no means am I excluding Proffer. She is one of the guys. This speech is no way about me. This is not my speech. This is the 011-day class speech. But to give merit to what I have to say, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I served 5 years in the Army with countless people. I served with people in South Carolina, Florida, Arizona, Maryland, Israel, and Afghanistan. And I have never, ever, ever served with a group of guys like this group here. Their dedication, their camaraderie, the brotherhood, the Army has nothing compared to these guys and all the other police officers who helped us along our journey. I was late to the class. By late to the class, I mean these guys all did orientation and PT together, and I was living in Maryland, so I didn't get to do that with them. And my first day, I felt like an outsider. They bonded that quick. They had their groups, and they were all joking and stuff, and I was kind of sitting there almost as scared as I am now. That quickly diminished. Within days, we went from 22 individuals to one group, one team, in brothers. We quickly formed nicknames, some on the lines of Merp, Cupcake, Skeletor, Oompa Loompa, Pete, Repeat, Rosie, and Wahhabit. And it didn't stop there. The inside jokes are endless. I could stand up here all night talking about inside jokes. But I'll name a few. Some are the FC, in the FCSC, someone's race car, old age, questionable ancestry, Ninja Turtles, mustaches, pelicans, tanning, getting beat up, ILS, being a pirate, and a debatable means of income. But all the joking aside, this is an awesome group of individuals, an awesome group of guys and Proffer. And the camaraderie and fellowship is unmatched. I couldn't have chosen a better group of individuals that I've done this with, and I gladly enter this career field with these guys. Without each other's support, there's no way we'd have got through this, and that speaks volume to their character. More importantly, without our families' support, none of us would have graduated. I want to personally thank every single family member here today. You guys don't understand or fathom what you do for us. The support you give is amazing, and I only hope that you guys keep that up as we progress in our careers. These guys are awesome, but our instructors, they're even awesomer. That was a joke. I should have said more awesome. But these instructors, kind of going back to the military thing, I've been taught on a ton of stuff, and I've never seen passion, professionalism, and knowledge like I got at this academy. Everybody that taught us was a subject matter expert, and everybody that taught us truly cared about us as individuals and you as a community. It's been an honor and a pleasure working with these instructors. You guys, whether you know it or not, and I hope you do, you've molded us into the individuals who sit here before you today. The rest of our lives have been affected by what you've taught us and the way that you've showed us we should conduct business, and that's in a great way, a great way. We cannot express as a class how grateful we are for everything that you've done for us. There's a ton of people who taught us, and I'm not going to name everybody because I'm terrible with names, and I was sitting at home texting these guys trying to think of everybody's names. But to name a few, we want to thank Officer Cavanis, Corporal Vaughn, Corporal Hoffman, Miss Rue, Miss Linder, Deputy Cruz, Lieutenant Hawkins, Deputy Winsler, Mr. Mellenbrink, Mr. Marty, Dr. Hanson, Deputy Copeland, Officer Pinkerton, Mr. Agee, Corporal Hamby, Detective Sides, Corporal Finke, Corporal Poe, Detective Schooneman, and most importantly, Captain Skanga. Captain Skanga is a role model. She's a shining example of what a police officer, a leader, and a teacher should be. We strive each and every day to be like Captain, and we're going to continue to do that throughout our careers. You've given us unmeasurable, uncountable knowledge and skills, and as with the instructors, you've changed our lives in a very, very positive way. For that, we say thank you. I want to finish up by saying we all came from different backgrounds, different cities, different careers, and different lifestyles. We all joined this academy with one shared passion, and that is policing. We all know that we live in a crazy, hectic world, and I pray daily that we can make this world a safer place, not only for each and every person in here, but for the countless people in our communities. I am honored to eventually be a colleague with these 21 individuals, and I am honored to be going into a career field with each and every one of you. Thank you, instructors, thank you, family, and thank you, day class. Before I'm finished, we put together a little present for Captain. So, on behalf of the 11-day class, this is a little token of our appreciation.
Just a little token. Wow, thank you. Whew, that's going to be kind of hard to follow. Okay. Thank you, Sarge. I appreciate the time, the energy, and the commitment that you have demonstrated throughout the year. The leadership role that the sergeant plays is often a thankless job. So tonight, I want to say in front of everyone, thank you. I appreciate all that you've done. Thank you. As graduation time nears, the recruits get to nominate and elect the commencement speaker for this graduation. Tonight, I am honored to introduce that keynote speaker, Corporal David Finke. A 15-plus year law enforcement veteran, after graduating from the Jefferson College Police Training Institute, Corporal Finke spent 4 months at Webster Groves Police Department before he got hired at Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Since that time, Corporal Finke's assignments have included road patrol, special operations, which included training as a police cyclist and an operator on the Jefferson County Sheriff's Emergency Response Team, better known as CERT, the one everybody wants to be on. The narcotics unit, which included the role of deputy commander of the Jefferson County Municipal Enforcement Group. Since his promotion, Corporal Finke has been a watch commander for road patrol and spent 1 year as a chief of custody in the jail division. Corporal Finke is still on road patrol, and at least that is where he spends his time when I let him out of the academy. Corporal Finke.
Well, here we are. First of all, I'd like to thank all the friends and family here tonight supporting these recruits. I'd also like to thank the recruits of Class 11D for giving me the honor of speaking tonight. That truly means a lot to me. Well, we're here, the night you've been looking forward to since August 20th. Your hard work has brought you here tonight. Not only have you completed the post-curriculum, but also completed an academic curriculum that normally takes 4 semesters to complete. I know that some of you carry full-time jobs, and some of you have children as well. I certainly know this has not been easy, but you have done it. It's quite an accomplishment and something you should be proud of. I can speak for myself and the other instructors in saying that we are proud of the hard work and dedication you have put forth during your academy time. I've seen firsthand the recruits improving over the months. Like the sergeant said, they started out as a group of individuals and they became a team. They became a group of one. Whether it's improving in physical endurance or academic standings, you have continually strived to improve and better yourself. Not only have you strived to improve yourself, but you also strive to improve your others in your class. Within the first couple days of starting your academy training, you became a team, and throughout your training, you remained a team. I was glad to see that because in the law enforcement community, we are essentially one big family watching out for each other. I hope you keep that mentality when you begin your careers in law enforcement. Let me again thank the friends and family of the recruits. Without your support, sacrifice, and the crucial role you play, the recruits would not be here tonight. Not only do they need your support during the academy, they are going to need your support once they begin their career in law enforcement. Your role is not an easy one by any means, but I can tell you that is a necessary one. With the support of family, friends, and loved ones, you make a hard job a little bit easier. Recruits, I want you to remember that being a family member, friend, or loved one is difficult, and let them know that you appreciate the support and sacrifice that they give to you. Can I get a round of applause for the friends and family of the recruits here tonight, please? The profession you have chosen is not an easy one. It takes a special kind of person to run towards danger when everyone is running away. Today's law enforcement are often outgunned, outmanned, underpaid in an increasingly violent society. That being said, we must continue on and press the fight. There are long days and nights. You will miss holidays and birthdays with your family as well. You are going to be there when people are brought into this world and when they leave. You will be called upon to fix the problem of citizens' lives in about 30 minutes that have been there for years. Through all of this, you'll be expected to put your personal feelings and opinions aside and complete the mission. You'll be expected to make a split-second decision that will affect you and others for the rest of your life. You'll be required to act in several different capacities. You'll be required to do it well or not at all. You will do all this with little or no thanks from the public you serve. With that being said, I would like to talk about some of the positive additions to my life that my law enforcement career has brought. It started with the academy. While attending the same academy you have, I made friendships with some pretty amazing people. I then moved on to the sheriff's office, where I was fortunate enough to work around some of the smartest, most dedicated, hardworking men and women in law enforcement. I'm sure you've heard the phrase, we deal with 10% of the population 90% of the time. This is a true statement. I would be misspeaking if I told you that I don't enjoy the high-speed running and gunning police work, but it is far more rewarding to have a citizen thank you for your help, or to have the random citizen approach you, shake your hand, and thank you for the hard work and the job you have done. We all have different reasons for getting into law enforcement. The one underlying reason is clear: the desire to help people. If it was easy, anyone could do it. When I say that, I do not mean to imply that we are better than anyone else. We are just different. Not everyone has what it takes to work in law enforcement. These days, we are scrutinized more than ever. We are faced by more complex crimes and criminals. But with these challenges comes the opportunity to rise to the challenge and present ourselves as the professionals that we are. In closing, I would like to say good luck with you in your law enforcement career. Being in law enforcement, not just a job, it's what you are. In my opinion, it's the greatest job on earth. As you go out into the field, remember all that you have been taught. Also remember that the faith your family, friends, and instructors have in you. The public has also placed a great amount of faith and trust in you. Do not let them down. You are a professional. Take pride in that and act accordingly. I hope your career is as rewarding and enjoyable as mine has been. Again, I want to thank you for the honor and privilege of speaking tonight. Good luck and be safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Corporal Finke. I personally want to thank you for the time and the energy that you spend to help improve our program. Some of the recruits said it best in their evaluations. Words like very good, excellent, great instructor were common descriptions. But so was, you can tell he wants everyone to succeed. He shares his experience to enhance our learning, and a humble man. His passion for excellence is evident. Thank you again. Appreciate it. And now, for the real reason that we're here tonight, the awarding of the post Class A license and training certificates. Over the past 9+ months, these recruits have successfully completed the curriculum required by the Department of Public Safety, Post Commission, as well as a course curriculum for an Associate of Applied Science degree in criminal justice, for a total of 1,000+ hours of academy training. Let that soak in for just a minute. In just over 9 months, while juggling work and family, these recruits have successfully completed the reading, the writing, the research, and the testing to complete an Associate in Applied Science degree in criminal justice and successfully pass their post-licensing exam. That is remarkable. What is just as remarkable is that many of you in the audience tonight are the support systems that put up with these recruits during the reading and the writing and the research and the testing. I thank you. You saw it, you lived through it, the work that these recruits have accomplished. Although each recruit contributed to class, there are certain individuals who have achieved special awards or class distinctions. The individual awards and class distinctions will be announced after the graduates have received their post certificates, so feel free to applaud for your recruit. You won't miss any special announcements. And now for the shutterbugs, or digital image managers, I guess they're called now, in the crowd. The recruits will be receiving their certificates alphabetically, crossing the stage from your right to receive their certificates right in the middle of the stage, and then returning to their seats. Please feel free to take pictures. You can come up to the front, that's fine. I only ask that when you have taken the pictures of your recruit, you please move so that other family members can get pictures of their recruits as well. The platform will remain intact, and in fact, we're actually going to move the flags over into that corner after graduation. So if you need to get additional pictures, we'll have a place set up for you over there after graduation. And now, Jefferson College Law Enforcement Academy recruits, please stand.
Ryan C. Amsden. Timothy S. Carter. Timothy R. Chapman. Joshua M. Dambeck. James F. Follett. Christopher N. Gage. His certificate is being presented to him by his godfather, Police Officer Fred Stiff, 4th District, Commissioner County Police Department. Jeremy M. Gamache. Jeffrey G. George. Andrew D. Hendricks. Kyle L. Kolinsky. His certificate is being presented to him by his father, Police Officer Mark Kolinsky, 5th Precinct, St. Louis County Police Department. Alec M. Litzow. Austin J. Lowe. Jeremy D. Miller. His certificate is being presented to him by Police Officer Chris Skanga, Normandy Police Department. Katie D. Proffer. Michael T. Pruzanowski. Eddie M. Robinson. Eric C. Robinson. Harvey L. Smith. Thomas A. Smogojeski. Ryan K. Weston. Jeffrey Ruhaska. James R. Seibert.
In addition to all the work that goes into the post and the Associate of Applied Science degree, many of the class members have distinguished themselves in a number of areas. The class IP, Jeffrey Wohaska. Class scribe, Timothy Chapman. Class sergeant, Thomas Smogojeski. Most community service hours, as most of you know, when they did have a chance to be home, I had them away from home again, having to serve community service hours. We are in a service organization, and it's important that they learn to serve others and know that there's people in places bigger and better than us. So in addition to their class hours, they're required to put in at least 24 hours of community service through the academy and 16 hours of ride-alongs. For the most community service hours during the year, at 53 hours and 10 minutes, Ryan Weston. Ride-along hours, at 132 hours and 50 minutes, Harvey Smith. Perfect attendance. That means Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 3:30, August 20th, until the 22nd, you had to be here on time, in uniform, ready to go. Perfect attendance, Jeffrey Wohaska. Harvey Smith. And Alec Litzow. Academic achievement, maintaining or achieving a 90% or higher post-curriculum average, Jeffrey Wahaska. Ryan Weston. Thomas Smolarjeski. Eric Robinson. Edward Robinson. Michael Pruzanowski. Katie Proffer. Jeremy Miller. Austin Lowe. Alec Litzow. Andrew Hendricks. Jeremy Gamache. And Ryan Amston. Congratulations. And our top academic award, you can tell it was a very competitive class, but during the year, the competition gets pretty intense when it comes to their post-exams and testing. One recruit receives the top academic award with the highest final post-grade point average of the year. This year at 94.48%, Austin Lowe. Fitness Achievement Award. These recruits distinguish themselves by meeting and/or exceeding the recognized minimum standards the first time they took the final assessment. Thomas Smolarjeski. Harvey Smith. Ryan Weston. James Seibert. Eric Robinson. Edward Robinson. Michael Pruzanowski. Austin Lowe. Alec Litzow. Kyle Kolinsky. Andrew Hendricks. Jeffrey George. James Follett. Joshua Danbach. And Timothy Carter. The overall Best Fitness Award. The recruits are tested at application the first week of the academy, halfway through the academy, and finally at graduation. In between the testing, the recruits participate in fitness exercises during the academy and on their own time. But the recruits will tell you to pass the fitness test, just like the classroom academics, they have to study and work out outside of class on their own time. The overall fitness award recognizes a recruit that has demonstrated not only that individual workout regimen, but even more than that. They've demonstrated a positive attitude. They've demonstrated encouragement and class pride. Although there were a number of recruits who made significant strides in their overall fitness during the year, we had some phenomenal time. In the class as a whole, from the time they took their application test, a 1.5 mile run, they shaved as a class 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 12 seconds off of their 1.5 mile run. And you saw that the majority of the class was recognized for fitness achievement. The 011-day class had a great camaraderie and support during the year. But to break it down to just one, for the fitness award, the recipient demonstrated a great attitude, that team spirit. In fact, this recruit ran the applicant test more than any others because he went back to help others or made time in his schedule to run with the other applicants so that he could help them with their final run, keep their time, and make sure they made their final assessment run. Helping others pass the test and encourage them to faster run time and a never give up attitude. The 011-day class, Jeffrey George. The Jeff Moss Firearms Proficiency Award. This is our last award for the evening. In September of 2011, retired FBI agent and Academy firearms instructor, primary firearms instructor, Jeff Moss passed away unexpectedly. Jeff had been the firearms instructor at the Academy since 2002 and had been instrumental in building the program. To honor him, we display a perpetual award proudly at the Academy, and each class having that name added at graduation. The class had a number of great shots, and the other recruits who made great strides at the range. But the Jeff Moss Firearms Proficiency Award recognizes that recruit who, in addition to being a good shot, demonstrates those qualities that were exemplified by Agent Moss: a passion for firearms, a service above self, professionalism, weapon safety, and an aptitude for firearms. Voted on by the range instructors who worked with the recruits. The 011-day class, we broke many different traditions, and with this, they also broke a tradition, and we actually have 2 recruits who the range instructors could not choose between. The 011 Day Class Jeff Moss Firearms Proficiency Award recipients are Eddie and Eric Robinson. I kind of think the instructors just couldn't tell them apart. Yeah, kind of thinking, who thought identical twins in the same class was a good idea? Thank you, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of the Jefferson College Law Enforcement Academy 011 Day Class, please join me in congratulating them. And now, if you can indulge me for just a moment, I would like to add just a few thoughts, and I promise to be quick. To you, the family and friends, the support system, thank you. As hard as these graduates have worked during the year, tonight is also about you. It's a reflection of your support, your patience, and your belief in them and their desire to serve. Please know that you are as much a part of the graduates' success as any of us here, and I thank you. Now to you, the graduates. You will never walk alone again. It seems cheesy, but it's true. Everywhere you go, everything that you do is a reflection of this past year. Everything that you do will reflect not just on you, but on the college, on your instructors, the academy, your fellow graduates. Remember, first impressions are not always right, but they are always made. Be prepared to make that first impression the mark of a professional. You have learned that respect must be earned, but it can quickly be lost. Live each day with the mission that at the end of the day, you will be happy with how you spent your day. Your spouse, your parents, or your children will be proud of the way that you spent that day. And your God will be proud of the way that you spent that day. Today is the present. Today is a present. Don't take it for granted. Remember that character is not defined by rank or uniform, but rather by your actions and your words. Pride is what you bring. Be proud of your choices. Balance the pride that you take in your career with the pride that you take in your family, your friends, your church, and your home. It is balance that brings comfort and healthy success in all the areas of your life. As you have lived for the past year, and if you have learned in the past year, to be good or to be okay will never be good enough again. Good and okay are no longer the acceptable standard. You have chosen to raise the bar. Excellence is the standard that you have chosen to live by. Tonight we celebrate for the first step in your career. I congratulate you and I admire your commitment and your tenacity that made tonight possible. Congratulations again, and I look forward to following your future career. Proud to have had an opportunity to be a part of this evening and hopefully a part of your tomorrows to some small degree. Thank you for your effort and your desire to achieve. I could only supply the resources. You supplied the effort, the energy, and the drive. Thank you, and stay safe always. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's benediction will be read to us by graduate Ryan Weston.
Please bow your heads. O Lord, while I'm on my beat, may I know that you're with me and protect me as I go to guard others' lives and property. Help me ignore those who scorn and show me no respect, but be mindful of all citizens I've sworn to protect. Be with my fellow officers and guard their safety too. May I always put my duty first in the work that I must do. May I not disgrace the uniform, but bring pride to the badge I wear. That I be a good peace officer, Lord, would be my only prayer. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the retiring of the colors. Again, uniformed personnel, you will be taking your commands from Lieutenant Hawkins.